Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength class, we're going to focus on core, our center. We've got the core going on. I hope you're good with that. You are going to want simply a mat and a nice cleared out area, nothing else to get into your way. Water close by, take breaks when you need to, and make sure that you're working at a pace that's comfortable to you. But first things first, we have to warm up. Can we just start by marching? So what's involved in the core? So the core goes basically from your shoulders down to your hips. That's your core, and it all has to work together. And together, when it's strong and it's equally strong in all the different parts, then it keeps your back strong. And it pulls your abdominals in naturally, and it pulls your shoulders back naturally. And then all of a sudden you stand on your feet more balanced and you feel more stable. So it's such an important aspect. Now, can we just walk forward with a little kick and take yourself back? Up. And again. So as we're moving, the abdominals are in tight. The shoulders are pinned back. You want to feel like your shoulder blades are pressed into your back pockets. And can I have a step touch right here? Keeping the abdominals tight, turning over to the right. And come forward. Now left side. Back to the front. And march center. Walking forward, a little heel dig. And again. Chest is up tall, you're double checking your posture. It's like an inventory. I think of it as a postural inventory. So as I'm walking towards you, I'm thinking, oh, are my shoulders back? Yes, they are. Are they pushed down? Yes, they are. My abs are in? Yep, they are too. And I'm breathing fluidly. Now, step touch here. Keeping the abdominals tight. Turning to the left. And come back to the front. Other side. And back to the front. Toe taps, reach the arm forward and across the chest. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold to the left, roll through the back foot. Inhale one way, exhale the other. And hold right here, lunge forward. Here's what we're gonna do. I want you to step in your right leg, straighten your left, and you're going to bend and hinge all at the same time. Bending the right knee, pressing the tailbone back and hinging, and feeling the stretch in your left hamstring. Now shift your weight forward, find a focal point or hold on to something, reach for the ankle, knees together, and pull the leg back, stretching out your quadricep. Come back to the front. Right here, deep breath up. And exhale, stretching to one side. And stretch to the other. Come back to center. Reach across the chest. Inhale and exhale. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Roll through the foot. Deep breath and exhale. 1 more. Hold here, stretch forward. Deep breath. Exhale. Now stepping in the left leg, straightening the right, bending the left knee and hinging from the hips. Inhale and exhale. Now coming up, shift your weight to the right leg. Reach for your left, knees together and pull the leg back. And release. Both feet are back, out to the side. Bend the knees, hinge again, and opposite shoulder goes down. And the other side. And come back up to center. Okay, first things first, a little balance. It's always a good way to keep us right centered. So, I want you to focus on me. Abs are nice and tight. And here's what we're gonna do. You're bending your right leg, 90 degrees. Hand on the right hip. This is an important hand because it's kind of like that visual that's gonna help you lift your hip and lower your hip. So these are called hip hikes. Now, shoulders are back and down, chest is up. If we allow our shoulders to roll forward, it's gonna throw off our balance. Now, at the same time, you could hold onto a wall or chair, but I want most of your weight and your attention in your left foot. So all 5 toes of your left foot are gripping down to the floor. 3 more. And every once in a while I have to add to that toe to the ground, that's okay. 2 and 3. Excellent. Other side. Hand on the hip, knee is bent. You can hold on if you need to, but very gingerly so that our foot has to do most of the work. Hip up and down. Abdominals solid. Inhale and exhale. Press up and down. Oh, dropping that toe if you need to. It's 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Excellent job. I'm going to turn sideways for this next one. Your feet are a little wider than the hips, not too much. Bending the knees, and now the movement is only going to come from this hinge, from the hip joint. So your arms are genie, abs are nice and tight. The knees don't change, you hinge, and you come back. And notice my knees stay exactly the way they are. So the only movement comes from my hip joint. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Inhale and exhale. Abdominals are all the way in. You're keeping neutral spine as you move from the hip joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Move yourself around. Okay, are you ready for one more round? Find your focal point or hold on. Use your left foot. Grab all those toes into the floor. Abs are nice and tight, shoulders back, and lift and lower. Inhale and exhale. Using your breathing as you go. That's it. I'm focusing on you. You're my focal point, so don't move around too much. There we go. We have 5, 4, 3, and 2. Now 1. Excellent job. The other side. Are you ready? Bend the knee and lift and lower. Abdominals very tight. Use your breathing. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes. Okay. Feet are out, hands a genie. Bend the knees slightly, tailbone is shooting back. Ready? Now hold everything there and hinge from the hip and come back up. Abdominals are solid, toes are gripped into the floor. Your spine stays at neutral the entire time. Inhale one way, exhale the other. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, move yourself around. One last thing since we're here. Taking both arms straight out, small bend in the knees. Focus only on your shoulder blades. Squeeze them back and release. And squeeze and release. There's a little muscle in between your shoulder blades called your rhomboids. And the stronger it becomes, the easier the shoulders stay pinned back the entire time. Like on a day-to-day basis. It's so important. We have 5 and 4, 3, 2, one more, and 1. Excellent job. Let's come down to the floor. What mat should I use today? That is the question. I think we'll go for purple. This is also a great time to grab some water. Start with both legs extended. Nice big deep breath here. And remember the hinge. As you exhale, hinge forward, pull the toes back so you feel the stretch right along both hamstrings. Inhale and exhale. And come center. Legs in a butterfly, big deep breath, and exhale. And coming around. So, can we talk? This famous hinge that I say so much of, that's from the hip joint. So the goal is going to be to move nothing else in your spine except for that hinge. So we are going to hinge back. So now we're in the air, and what's going to hold us here is our abdominals. So I need you to contract your rib cage and your abdominals as tight as possible so that you keep your neutral spine and you're here nice and straight. Now, fingertips to the floor, one knee up, and the other. Notice how my spine does not change. The leg doesn't have to lift very high either. The goal here is to hold this, to hold our neutral spine. We have 4 more on each leg. This is 3, chest is up tall, abs are in. 2, 1 more. Excellent job. Now, coming to the side. Taking your elbow right underneath your shoulder and coming up on your knees. This is called a side plank. So what picks us up from the hip is us squeezing our abdominals in nice and tight here. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to lower your hip, and I want you to come right back up. So the goal is a nice straight line here. You allow your hips to come down, and then they come back up again. Abdominals are solid. Lower your hips, come back up. Lower your hips, and come back up. Full inhale, full exhale. As you lower your hips, it's going to feel like your tailbone aims back. And press up. 4, lift up. And 3, up. Here's 2, abdominals are tight, one more time. And up. Excellent job. Coming over on your back. Pulling both knees into the chest and holding here. Now feet to the floor, hands behind the head. And here's what I want you to do is lift the head up about 1 inch from the ground. And I want you to feel the weight of your head in your hands. Now from here, all of your work is going to come from your rib cage. So I want you to squeeze your ribs tight and then release them. And that's what lifts your upper body off the ground. Feel the rib cage open and close. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Using your breathing. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming around and coming right back up. Guess what? We have another round. I know, it's exciting, it is. But we can do this, I know we can. So now, chest is up tall, abs are in tight. We're going to hinge back, so now it's like we're floating, and I want you to squeeze your abdominals in tight. And one knee in, and the other. Shoulders are back and down, chest is up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Using your breathing. Keep lifting the chest up high. The goal is to maintain your neutral spine. We have 3 more on each leg. This is 1. Chest is up. Here's 2. 1 more on each side. Excellent. So now the other side. Elbow right underneath the shoulder. Coming up, abdominals are nice and tight. Remember, those hips are up high, and slowly lower them and lift them right back up. It feels like your tailbone aims back as you go down, and pull up. Inhale one way, exhale the other. So you're keeping neutral spine. You're simply just lowering and lifting from the hips and the thighs. 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Coming down on your back. Bringing your head up just an inch off the ground so you hold the weight of your head. And now focus on the rib cage. Squeeze tight and release. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Use your breathing. You have 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down, cross one foot on the knee, and slowly stretch in. And release, other side. Pulling the legs in. And now bring yourself over. All the way over. We're gonna bring ourselves down to a plank position from your elbows and your knees. So you back up your knees, and your goal is to create more or less of a straight line from the knee to the very tip of your head. Now, your body weight should feel very balanced on all 4 points. We are going to lift up your left knee slightly, and I want you to aim the knee to the side and bring it back in. So you're simply rotating from the hip and bringing your knee back in, as if your knee was on a little shelf and you're just dragging it one way and drag the knee the other. Notice how my spine doesn't change, it's staying in neutral. My abdominals are very tight. Contract the glutes. You have 4 and 3. Now 2 and 1. Come center the other side. Find your balance point. Knee comes up and rotate out to the side and back in again. Using your breathing. Inhale one way, exhale the other. We have 5 more. And 4. 3, pulling up from the abdominals. 2. And 1. Separate your knees and stretch back. We have one more thing to do here. So, coming back. Abs are nice and tight. I want you to take your knees back as if you were in a tricep push-up position. So now all of your weight is in your hands. We're going to lead with our left arm. That's the one in charge. It's going to bring us down and come back up. Now the goal here is to keep neutral spine. Keep that straight line from the knee to the tip of the head as much as possible. And all the weight in the hands. Squeezing tight from the abdominals and using your breathing as you move. We have 2 more. One more time. And stretch back. Coming all the way up, taking your arms back. Okay, are you ready to do those hips again? Coming down in your plank. Abdominals are nice and tight. Left leg up. Reach out and in. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the neutral spine, holding the abdominals tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Up, reach out. Just dragging the knee out to the side and back in again. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Separate the knees, stretch back one more time. Okay, so now we have the right arm is gonna lead. You're in a tricep push-up position. Are you ready? Right arm takes you down, right arm lifts. Abdominals are solid, spine stays at neutral. Last 4. That's 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back. Take the arms back. I'm already sweating. It's a toughie, but I think we can do it. Now, rolling yourself over onto your back and coming back up. Here's what we're gonna do. Hands are by your side, your shoulders are pressed back. Remember, the shoulder blades are pushed back towards your back pockets. Feet are about hip distance apart, and we're coming up into a bridge. Now, focusing on the right leg, pull the knee up and bring the leg down. Now, the key is that nothing changes in the spine or hips. So you have to squeeze the abdominals nice and tight, squeeze the glute of your left side tight, and hold yourself as centered as possible. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Hands behind the head. Abs are in solid. Same leg up. And we're going to crunch and let the foot come down. So as the knee comes towards you, you squeeze the rib cage as tight as you can. And that contraction of the rib cage is what lifts your upper body up off the ground. Remember, you're still holding the weight of your head in your hands. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now extend the leg up, tailbone into the ground, heel to the sky, and slowly stretch. Release, big deep breath, and exhale. Now taking the leg out to the side and towards you and hold, keeping the hips right in the center. Release, deep breath, and exhale. And come down. Are you ready for the left side? Hands by the side, shoulders back and down, up in your bridge. Okay, left leg in and down, holding this right side up. Keep those abdominals nice and solid. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, same leg. Hands go back, hold the weight of your head, and crunch and lower. Inhale one way, exhale the other. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg up, tailbone into the ground, heel to the sky, and stretch here. Deep breath, and exhale. Now leg to the sky, and pull the leg towards you. Release, deep breath. And exhale, and hold, and come center. Taking both arms out to the sides, and slowly just allow the knees to fall to one side, keeping the shoulders on the ground. A nice little stretch, it's always nice. And come center, the same thing with the other side. And back to center. So we're gonna do crunches one more time, but this time we're gonna use a count of 2. A count of 2 up and a count of 2 down, because I want you to really think about what's happening in the rib cage. So holding the weight of your head right here, squeeze your rib cage, squeeze tight inward and squeeze again, and then slowly let it down, and squeeze up, 2, and down, 2, feeling the weight of your head in your hands. Squeeze tight, 2, and down, 2. Again. Using your breath. So you're inhaling one way, you're exhaling the other. Always trying to avoid holding the breath, because that doesn't really help the exercise at all. One more. Up, 2, and down, 2. Bring your knees into your chest and hold. Reach in for the ankles and hold. Now we are going to do that exercise one more time. Hands behind the head. Feel the weight of your head. Are you ready? Time to concentrate and focus. Squeeze 1 and 2, down, 2. Use your breathing. Last 5. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming over to your side and rolling up. Excellent job. One leg goes out, one leg crosses over. Deep breath. And exhale, hinge forward and hold. Now pulling your knee up and turning to the side. And staying with the leg, I want you to rest your forearm on the ankle. Other arm goes up and pull back. Chest is up nice and tall, tailbone goes back, keeping the neutral spine. And come center, other side. Crossing over and hold. Deep breath. Exhale. And knee up and turn. And come center, resting the arm down. Arm comes up and pull back. Chest is up tall, tailbone goes back. And come center. Crossing both legs, hands behind the head, deep breath. And exhale, turning left, pulling your left elbow back as far as you can. And come center, other side. And to the center, big deep breath. Exhale, chin to chest. And slowly come up. Dropping the arms, taking your chin all the way to the left. Both shoulders are down. And come center, other side. One more time, looking all the way over. And come center, other side. And bring yourself in. Extending one leg. The other knee, I want you to pull in with your hand. Lift the torso up tall, hold, and rotate around the ankle. Other direction, all the way around. And release, extend the leg, and hinge forward and hold. Now left hand behind the head and turn to the left. And release, other leg comes in. Holding that leg nice and tight and rotate all the way around the ankle. Chest is up. Rotate the other direction all the way around. And release, hinge forward and hold. Right hand goes back and turn. Coming center. Slowly take yourself over to a side stretch and hold. And the other side, up and over. Hold here. And come center, shoulders come up, back and around, all the way up and around. One more. Now hold the shoulders down and pull them up. And press them down and pull them up and release. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Go out there, make sure you're drinking plenty of water, eating wonderful fruits and vegetables as your multivitamin, and keep your body moving as much as possible. Until next time.